Uh, Hello everyone. Thanks for coming to our first Java class lesson. This is we had our induction ceremony, but today we're just gonna have a little bit of icebreakers just so I can get to know you guys. I know you guys already know me from the induction ceremony. Just one quick thing. Yeah, just try to get here on time because like some of the classes I mentioned won't go exactly the full hour, but some will need the full hour, and we don't want to go above till 8 o'clock because other like me and other people might have like other commitments. Just try to get here on time, like around 7. If you're late, like a little bit, it's fine. But yeah. So today's agenda, we're gonna start with just very quick, like 5-10 minutes of icebreakers, then just a little very, very quick overview, like one side and then we already created a Replit account. So the main focus of today's class is just going to be an introduction to variables. Is there anyone here who does not have a Replit account? Like we went over it at the induction, but anyone here does not have a Replit account? Just like raise your hand or something. But looks like everyone does. So we're gonna go ahead and just get into some icebreakers. I think we have, let me see how much students we have. I don't know if we can do every single person, but maybe just a few of you guys can go ahead and do this. So just real quick, everyone just go around, say your grade, and something you like to do. Just for a little icebreaker so I can get to know you. So I'll go first. Obviously, my name's Shriram. I'm going into 12th grade. And something I like to do is play soccer. I actually just came from playing soccer like 30 minutes ago. I really like playing soccer. So yeah, does anyone want to volunteer to go first for the icebreakers?
My name is Surya. I'm going to 11th grade and I like to wrestle.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Neil, you want to go next?
Um, my name is Neil. I'm going into eighth grade and I like to play tennis.
Tennis, nice. All right, can we just get like 3 more people to volunteer?
My name is Tanmai. I'm going to sixth grade and I like to play basketball.
So 3 sports already. Kind of crazy. Anyone else want to volunteer? Yeah, whoever raised their hand, just you can unmute your mic.
My name is Ashwat. I'm going into seventh grade and I really like to play soccer also.
Oh, word. All right. And is there one more person that wants to just do a quick little icebreaker? And then we can get into our class.
My name is Raghav. I'm going to eighth grade and I like to bike.
I got it. One non-sport. That's good. All right. Oh, someone else will raise their hand. Yeah, you can just unmute and say whatever.
My name is Vaibhav. I'm going to grade 9 and I like to play cricket and chess.
You're gonna test. Okay. All right. Well, sorry if you didn't get to present, but we're just gonna go ahead and move on. We can maybe like go over at the end or whatever, or next class, but let's go and move on. So how the class will work, obviously I mentioned a little bit in the induction ceremony, but all my lessons are gonna be a Google Slide just like this. It's gonna be like this for every class. And the way my style of teaching is, as I mentioned, I don't like, lecturing for that long. I'm not gonna, give you guys like a 1 hour long lecture and have you guys like expect you guys to retain everything that I said. I'm gonna like lecture 5-10 minutes maybe, and then I'm gonna give you guys like a task to do or like some multiple choice or something to do, like where you guys have to do the work and not me, just to give you guys like hands-on experience. And that's why we're gonna use Replit. It's very nice for the hands-on portion of the class. You guys can actually code. And speaking of that, I want everyone to go to Replit because I'm just gonna quickly show you guys how to make a new file because obviously, as I mentioned, we're making one Replit for the entire class. So, but you want to obviously create different files so you can look back. But let me just show you guys real quick how to make a new file. So I want everyone to open the whatever replit they made last class. And you're gonna see you're not gonna see this, you're gonna see some like text or whatever. I want you guys to delete everything that you see on your screen until you get to what you see on my screen. So you're gonna only want this public class main, and don't worry about any of these mins, but you want to only have this and this line of code right here. So yeah, just delete everything. You're gonna have like a bunch of like green lines, stuff like this. You have a system.out.print line of code right there. Just go ahead and delete all that until you have this. Yeah, who raised their hand? You can just unmute.
Should I just go to like replit.com?
Oh, did you not make an account already?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So go to replit.com. Making an account is pretty self-explanatory. All you need to do is put in your email and then put in any password you want. That's it. Like it's very easy. And then just let me know when you get to this homepage, and I'll show you how to create a replit. But for everyone else, just if you're at this like side or at this stage right here, just put a thumbs up. I think you can do that on Zoom. Just put like a thumbs up on your icon. All right. So I see some of you guys putting thumbs up. I'll wait like 30 more seconds, but you all should be at this portion right here. And Ashwat, just let me know when you created an account. I'll let you know. It takes like 2 seconds to get to this stage. But yeah, so now when you're at this stage, what you have to do to create a new account is you gotta go in this plus button right here, but make sure to not press this X, but press this plus button right here. And then when you're here, you want to click new file. So you want to click create new file, this button right here. And then when you're here, you have to give your new file a name. So what I would do is, because this is our first class, I name it class 1, but don't press enter yet. Just put class 1. You can really name it whatever you want. I just say do class 1 because it's like you can see like what's the first class. Maybe in the next class you can make it class 2, class 3, class 4, etc. But when you get to the stage where it's class 1, or whatever your name is, put a dot and then put Java. You should always do that so then it knows that the file is type Java. If you're doing like a different like Python, for example, you do .python, but obviously today we're just doing Java, and obviously this for the replit was created in Java, so you need to do that. So do class1.java or whatever name Java and create a new file. And you're gonna see a blank screen right here. And stop me from going too fast, but once you have this blank screen right here, I want you to take this code, Control C, copy everything, and paste it exactly into this line. So copy and paste whatever you see here and paste it into here. Make sure to not like cut it, but just copy it.
Can I share
Yeah,
my
sure.
screen right now?
No, I'll just show you how to make it. It's really simple. So when are you at this homepage right here? Something like this?
No, it's asking me what am I using it for personal use, and it's asking me about I don't know really.
Here, 1 minute.
It's asking
So
about the template.
so look, what you gotta do is you gotta click this button, sign up for free,
Yeah.
and then you should put in any email that works for you, and then just a password. I mean, for me, it won't work like that. And then what did you do that? Just put in an email, put in a password.
Wait, I'm in the home page.
Oh, you're on the homepage? All right.
Okay.
Okay, you're at this page right here. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Why did it go dark? I don't know. Oh, I logged out. Let me log in. Sorry for all of you guys waiting. It'll take 2 seconds.
I think I'm ready.
Yeah, so when you're here at this homepage, what you need to do is you're at this page right here, right?
Yeah.
So press this create REPL button and then type in Java and then press that. And then whatever name you're having, make sure it has your name in it. So your name's what? What I think. So put Ashwat like class or Java class or whatever, or Java class, whatever, anything like that. And then just click create REPL. And then follow the step I said before. Just delete all the excess code until you get here, copy and paste it, make the new file, copy and paste it into here. Neil, did you have a question?
Do you know why yours like screen background is like white and mine is like black, the background? We have the same stuff, but like different
Probably
color.
just the mode, like you're probably on dark mode, I'm light mode, but
Oh, okay,
that
okay.
doesn't really matter.
Cool.
Okay, so if now that is everyone at this stage? I know Ashwin might be behind, but is everyone else at this stage? Just put like a hand up if you're not at this stage, but I'll just assume that everyone is. Ashwat, where are you right now? Did you delete all the like code in here so you get to this screen right here?
Yeah.
And then okay, so what you gotta do is press this plus button. I'll just do it again. Press this plus button right here, press new file, and then you can name it whatever you want. I just say name it class 1, and then put dot Java, and then press create new file. Did you tell me when you're like where I am? Did you create the new file?
How do you get to the new file again?
Here,
Okay.
just press this plus button right here, plus,
Okay.
and then press new file right here.
Plus, mm,
New file.
Okay.
Yeah. Just plus new file, class 1 dot Java. And then when you get here, just copy and paste everything here into here.
All right.
All right, you're at the stage. Okay, so everyone should be at this stage right here. So we're one step away from being done, but right here, take this word main and delete it and make it whatever you made this name, but without the .java. So I named this class 1. So and replace main with whatever this was called. So I class 1, so I'm naming it class 1 and make sure it's case sensitive. So to do that. But if everyone so that's pretty much it. I'll show you guys how to print when we do print. But yeah, that is how you create a new file. Does anyone have any questions or is not at the stage I'm at right now? Just raise your hand or unmute your mic if you're not at the stage. All right, so I'm gonna move on and we're gonna get into our first topic of our class, which is variables. So in Java, variables are very important. You're gonna use it whatever like level of coding, whether you're coding like introduction here or you're coding like for a FANG company, you're always gonna use variables. It's very important. So what are variables? Let me move this. Okay. So variables are the best way I would describe a variable is they're like containers. And the reason why I like to describe variables as containers is because just like a container stores like whatever it stores, like cookies, chips, anything, a variable is in place to store data. So think of the variable as the container itself and the data that the container is storing or that the variable is storing is like whatever a container stores. So the best way I describe like the best analogy I could give is let's just say there's a cookie jar. In a cookie jar, there's two things. There's a cookie and there's a jar, obviously. The jar is the variable. The jar is what's storing the cookies, right? And then the cookies is the data that the variable stores. So so with that analogy, the jar itself can store like anything. It doesn't just have to store cookies. It can store, apples, bananas, grapes, whatever, right? The cookies are just one of the types of data it can store. So just like how in Java, there's different types of variables. It's not just cookies. The container variables can store many different types of things. So the 4 types of things that a variable can store are integers. Integers are just positive or negative numbers with no decimals. So like you can see example 1, 2, 0, 5 or -5. Strings are another type of thing that variables can store. Strings are like just letters or characters that make up a word or a saying. So like some examples would be like the letter A, B, hello, A, B, C, D, anything. It doesn't have to be a word. It can be a bunch of random letters. It can be one letter, it can be two letter, it can be anything. Just pretty much anything on your keyboard you can say is a string. Any letter on your keyboard is a string. So that's the second type of thing a variable can store. The third type of thing is a Boolean. Boolean is literally just true or false. That's all a Boolean is. So a Boolean variable can either be true or it can be false. And then lastly is doubles. Doubles are just positive or negative numbers, but with decimal. So they're just anything that's not any number that is not an integer is a double pretty much. So these are not all the types of variables, but these are just the variables that we will be working with in our class. So now those are the different types of variables, but how are we going to translate this to coding? Well, here is the process we follow when declaring a variable. So we start off with the type of variable. So whenever we declare a variable, the first thing we do is we state the type of variable. And we're going to see an example of variables being declared. So this slide might look confusing now, but I promise it'll make a lot more sense when we go back to it. But just to start off, we have the type of variable, and then followed, we have the name of the variable. The name of the variable can be whatever we want. So this is stating the type of variable. So whether it's an integer, a string, a double, or Boolean, it's just specifying like what type it is. And this name can be whatever we want. We can name it whatever we want. And then we have an equal sign. The equal sign, it's not the same as like in math, like what an equal sign is. And we're gonna like touch base, like that's gonna make more sense later when we see. It's not the same as like a math equal sign, but it's called like an assigner. But that's what we need to use to declare a variable. We put the equal sign. And then on the right of the equal sign, we put whatever value we have. So let's say we're an integer and we want to give it the value 5. This right here would be like a number of 5, right? Anything. So it's just the value that we're storing. And then the last number right here is the last thing we need to put is just a semicolon. We're gonna see in Java, whenever you have a line of code, except for some cases we're gonna touch base on later, you're gonna need to put a semicolon to end your code. It's like the period at the end of the sentence. You need a semicolon. But now let's just look at some like examples of actual variables being declared. So we have our 4 main types of variables that we touched based upon earlier. We have the string, integer, double, and Boolean. This should be lowercase. But yeah, these are the 4 types of slide things. So starting off, let's look at the first example right here. We have string name equals true. So now we can go back to this process, and like I said, it's gonna make more sense. We have string right here is the type of variable. So just like for all 4 of these, the first thing we have is a type of variable, which in this case is string. And then this is a little bit confusing, but this name of the variable can be whatever we want. So the name of the variable is name. In this example right here, the name of the variable is age, or we can change this to anything. We can change this to age. We can change this to my age. We can change this to the age. We can change it to whatever we want, right? It does not matter. Then we have the equal sign. Obviously, we see in all 3 of these. This is the equal sign. And then to the right, we have the value of each variable. So string, obviously we see a set of letters. And make sure in string it's quotation marks. We'll touch base about that later. Integer, we see it's a whole number. Double, we see it's a decimal. And then Boolean, we see it's either true or false. So those are the examples in Java. And notice it follows this format right here. So now I want you guys to go in Replit, and I want you guys to create a variable for the following. So I want, did someone raise their hand? Do you have a question?
Yeah, so
Yeah, what's up?
when you for the double thing and the Boolean thing, when you put math grade and play soccer, why did you put the second like letter as the capitals?
Okay, that's a good question. So the reason I do that, I mean, I could put it lowercase if I want. I could put it like it doesn't matter. But the reason you do that is just it's this thing in coding called camel case, and it's just a way that people like to format variables to know like because you can't really you can't put a space. That's one thing you can't do when you're having a name. It should be one word. So because I want to differentiate like what's like the end of a word and beginning of a word, I put the beginning of the next word in an uppercase. It's called camel case, if you're wondering. But yeah, good question.
So if you like put the G as lowercase, would it be a bug?
No, it wouldn't be a bug. It's just like this looks a little bit confusing to look at, right? Like let's just say it's like math grade. It's like a bunch of words like math grade today. Like it looks kind of confusing, right? But like
Yeah.
if you capitalize all these words, you can actually like read it much easier. It's just like a format thing. It won't be a bug or anything. But yeah. Okay. So can everyone go to their Replit and try to do this? Try to create one integer, one string, one double, one boolean, and try to be creative. Try not to copy what I did, like the types. But yeah, and if you're lost, just look how I declared every one of these. Look how I declared a string following this format right here. And if you guys can pull up a slideshow, it'll be easier. You can just like look back. But yeah, I want everyone to just go in Replit and type it in into their new file, type it in, and make sure when you're doing it, put it in between this bracket and this bracket. Otherwise, you're going to be seeing like a big error. And don't worry if you have like a yellow line or something. But yeah. So go ahead and do that. And then when you're done, raise your hand because I want to check all of your guys' things.
Can we write like for integer, can we write int? Or does it have, do you have to spell it out?
Yeah. I should have specified, but integer is like the only one. You don't write the word integer. Just write int. And make sure it's case sensitive, which means like uppercase and lowercase matters. Only string should be uppercase. The double boolean and should be lowercase. And you guys don't have to raise your hands. You can just like unmute and just like say whatever you want to say. And don't worry about interrupting me or anything. That's fine. I don't care. Javi, just make sure you're putting it in between these two brackets. Like this bracket and this bracket. So just move it. Yeah. Yeah, just make sure you guys are capitalizing this S in string. Yeah. If you're done, just put a thumbs up or something. Or just sit tight. I don't know, it doesn't matter. And if you have a question, obviously reach out. Vibov, I'd say don't put it in main. Put whatever you're putting in the file you made. So the class1.java. So put it in like that class1.java in that file instead of the main. Yeah. Let's copy. Yeah, good. All of your things look good. And make sure to put a semicolon at the end of all of your things. But other than that, it all looks good. All of your things look good. Neil, you gotta. I don't think you copied the or here you didn't. I think you deleted these two brackets, so just make sure you have. I'll just put them for you. But all right, looks like you guys are finishing up. Is anyone like running into any difficulties? And if, by the way, if there's like a red line under your code, that means that you have an error. If there's a yellow line, then it's not an error. It's just saying that you're not using the variable. It's fine. But does anyone have like a red line under their code or is not sure if their code is right? It'll unmute now. I can't really check all of your guys' things. I mean, I'll try, but
Wait, you said if there's a red line under it's wrong?
yeah. Who's saying that? Neil? Do you have a red line?
Yeah, I think I can fix that. I think I can fix it.
And it's oh, like finish your line. If it's like a red line pops up while you're typing, that's just because you're not finished. Only like when you're finished, you feel there's a red line, and then there's shit in there. Also, can everyone do me a favor? Can you guys rename your replit to have like KHNJ in it? Just so I can specify like that it's KHNJ. So just like if you don't know how to rename, just literally just tap here and just say like what your name, class one, and then at the end just put like KHNJ. Just so I can know that like who's part of this and who's part of something else. I'd appreciate if you guys do that. Yeah, thank you.
I think I deleted my brackets and I don't know how to put them back.
Who said that? Sorry, I can't see.
10 my.
And my okay. Uh, yeah, here I'll fix it.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, yeah, you don't have to worry about what your brackets mean. Oh, ten my one thing. Actually, this is what we're gonna touch on later in the class. You see how you have a string called me, and then you have an integer also called me. You can't do that, and the reason why is because if you want to refer later, like get the variable me, it won't know which me you're talking about. You can't have two variables with the same name. So you
Oh,
gotta
okay.
change, yeah, you just gotta change the name of it. You can't have two variables with the same name. All right, is anyone running into any errors or are you guys good to move on? Is everyone like it was able to create it with no fuss? If not, we'll move on. Or if yes, we'll move on. All right, everyone good? Okay. Okay, let's move on. So now that we know how to create variables, we're gonna go and look how to display them. So, okay. So let's just say that we have a variable and it's like integer grade 11. So how will I display it? Who has a question? Ashwan. Ashwan, what's your question?
Is it okay if I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So okay, so let's just say we have an integer int grade equals 11. So let's just say I want to display the value of integer. Um, so the value of integer is 11. So what I could do, first let's look at how we display. So in coding, we use this tool system.out.println. So I want everyone to go to their code real quick. Go to their replit And I want you guys to just type in what I'm gonna type in. Type in system dot out dot print ln. And I put an open parenthesis, close parenthesis, and then a semicolon. So I want everyone to just type that in. You can type it below or above your variables, or actually type it below your variables. Or, but yeah, I want everyone to type this line of code in. And this line of code is very important because this is how we display stuff. So what's the good of coding if nothing like gets displayed, right? This is how we display like words, values, whatever, right? So how this line works is pretty much it's easier in other languages, but in Java, it's like system.out.println, and they make it so confusing. But pretty much all we're saying is print. We're saying print and we're having open parentheses, close parentheses. So it's gonna print whatever is in between these parentheses. So I want everyone to type in any number they want. Make sure don't put a word yet. Just type in any number they want. Type in exactly. I type in 124, whatever. And then we want to run the code. How to run the code, it's a little bit confusing. Everyone just look at my screen right now. If you're in console right here, go to where it says shell. And how you run the code is you have to put in the name of this. You have to put in Java, and then you have to put in this exact name, even with the .java. One of class one, I'm pretty sure that's how you do it. Java, enter. And yeah, so how you're gonna run the code is you're gonna type in Java. That's the same for whatever, no matter what. And then you just want to type in the name of the file you want to run. So I want to run class1.java. So I'm typing class1.java. So everyone have like a print statement right here with a number. Make sure not a word, a number, and do Java class1.java and print it out. And you can see whatever you print out. I can print out any number I want, 1001, whatever, Java class1.java. Pretty self-explanatory. Everyone good with this? If you're not, if you're confused, just stop me now. Otherwise, I'm gonna move on. So now that's how we display numbers. If you want to display words, it's the same thing. Oh yeah, who has a question? By above?
Yeah, it says error for some reason.
Yeah, let me go to your thing real quick.
I'm not sure if it's anything I missed.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
might be on shell.
It's print ln, not print in.
Oh,
And then
so
yeah, now it should work.
okay.
Anaja, do you have a question?
So it also in mine it shows error.
Yeah, look at yours. Okay, let me try 1 minute. I actually don't know what your error is. Java class1 dot. Oh, your I think yeah, your Java is capital J. Maybe that's your error. It's something wrong with when you print it out. So make sure you're typing lowercase Java, and then class. Type it in exactly how it is. Class1 dot capital J Java.
Okay,
Is it working now? Just check.
I'll just check.
Yeah. And site D, do you have a question?
Yeah, ours is saying error too.
All right, let me go to yours. If you have your hand up, just wait 1 minute. Let me just. And if you're Answer your if you can put your hand down if it's already done. If it can okay. Saiti, did you share your Replit with me? I don't see it.
How do you share it?
Oh, yeah, here. Go to your top right. It should say like invite. Do you see like an invite button in the top right?
Yeah.
And then just type in my name, Shriram Suresh, no spaces. And you should be able to share it. Tan May, what's your question?
For me, it also says error.
All right, I'll wait. All right, so I'll put a semicolon at the end.
Suresh. Sriram Suresh.
Yeah, Tan May, just put a semicolon at the end. Saiti, did you share your thing with me? For those of you waiting, just real quick, I know people have questions, but I'm just gonna show you guys for those of you who are waiting. If you want to print out a word, what you're gonna have to do is do the same thing, except whatever you're putting in the here, put it in quotation marks. So let's just say I want to say hello world. Same thing, but make sure you're putting it in quotation marks. And then same thing, Java, Java.
Do we have
Just
to
work.
delete numbers or no? Do
What?
we have to delete the numbers or do we have to just make another one?
I mean, if you wanna print like the number, like whatever is in the parentheses is what's gonna be printed. So let's say I want to print hello world, I'll only put hello world. If I wanna, so if you want to print both, you have to put a plus. But I'd say just print one at a time. Saidi, did you share your thing with me?
Yeah.
All right, let me look. What's it called?
Um,
Let's see it. What's your replit like called?
um, it's P1.
It's P1, you said? I don't see it. Did you share with the right account? You just type in Shriram Suresh, no spaces. The icon should be SR, like that.
No.
Okay, so just share it with type in Shriram Suresh, type in like what you see right here. The icon should be SR. All right. Is anyone else having issues or is everyone else good? And did everyone else print out a number and like any character, any phrase, anything they want?
I wasn't here on Friday, but I have a problem. So, and I don't know how to share it with you.
Okay. Let me just show you you have a replit, right? It takes like 1 second to share, so I'll just show you. So go here, go to the top right hand corner where it says invite, type this, and then just type in my name. It's just Shriram Suresh. And then it's I mean obviously it won't come up for me because it's me, but the icon should say SR. And then just press that, press the name, and then press invite. Saiti, did you share it with me?
Yes.
Okay, let me see if I see it.
I want to put an invite.
Yeah, I still don't see it. I think maybe you're not sharing it correctly, but I'll just ask you at the end of the class once we're done, but I just want to move on because we've been at this for a bit. That goes for you too. I forgot who unmuted, but I just want to go on with the people waiting. So if you're having trouble sharing it with me, just hang tight for a bit. Don't send me the invite like that. Just go to here, go to invite, and then just type in my name. That should just work. Just type in my name. All right. So for those of you who did anyone else besides you two, I'll handle you guys at the end of the class. Just sit patiently for now. But did everyone else able to print out whatever they want? Okay. So now we're gonna show you guys all the variables you made. I'm gonna show you guys how to print those out. So let's just say we have int grade equals 11, and I want to print out the value of grade. Oh, she's on mobile. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll deal with you guys in a little bit. I think mobile it'll be hard, but yeah, 1 minute. So let's say we have int grade 11, and we want to print out the value of int grade. So how we do this is we do just like how we did system.println, but in the parentheses, we put grade. And notice how before when I say to print out words, I say to put them in quotation marks, but here we're not putting in quotation marks. So why is that? It's because let's just say right here, everyone look at my screen. Let's say I have, let's say I have int grade equals 11, and I want to print out grade. If I do system.out.print, and I put in quotation marks grade, what do you guys think will be the output? You guys think 11 will be the output? Like, what do you guys think the output will be? Well, sorry, I didn't give you guys time to answer, but sorry, it was a kind of rhetorical question, sorry. But the output in this case would be, it would just be the word grade, because obviously I'm putting in parentheses, quotation marks grade, it's going to print out grade. But if I wanted to print out the value of the variable grade, I take away the quotation marks. So now what do you guys think the value would be? Now I actually want you guys to answer. What do you guys think the value would be when I print this out?
11.
11, yeah, exactly. And then what if I do this? Now what would the value be?
12.
12, exactly. So you guys got it. So that's how we print out variables. We have whatever variable we have. Let's say I have string name equals Shriram. And then I want to print out Shriram. Or if I want to print out name, what will the variable be? Or what will the value be when I print this out?
Shriram.
Yeah, exactly. So now, and one more thing right before we end my lecture. One common mistake is people are like, oh, if I want to print out the value of this, why can't I just go like this? Why can't I just say Shriram? Obviously, like what would the output of this be? When I print this out, what will the output be?
Shriram.
Yeah, it'll be Shriram, right? So this technically would work. But what if I want to like, change this name to like Bob? Then I have to change all of this to Bob. So I say always put the name of the variable, put name right here. Don't put the value of the variable, though it would work for now. If you ever want to change the variable, it won't work. So that's how you print out variables. So now what I want you guys, oh, sorry, what's your question? Why both?
What if you have like a lot of print this like if you have like 5 or 6 of them, how would the computer know to print out which one?
What do you mean? If I have multiple like system.out.print,
Print out and
here I'll show you actually. So let's say I want to print age 5 times.
or
What the
no, like different ones, different
so
like
if I have like
in the age. Like
so
instead
if
of
I have
age, number, something like that.
so if I had like int num equals 12, and then I want to print out num here like that.
Yeah, like that, and then different
So
ones.
so let's just say what do you think the output of this will be when I print this out?
I mean, I have different ones, so
Yeah, so here, sorry. So how this works, the print statement is this ln pretty much is like an enter key. So whenever I put ln, it'll enter down a line. So if I get rid of this ln, it'll, so the answer to your question is it'll just print both of them. But let's say I get rid of this ln, it'll literally just print them like right next to each other. It'll be 11, 12 like that, right? So this ln key pretty much is just like an enter key. So it's just in place to print it out. So to answer your question specifically, it's
Yeah.
gonna print out everything that you say in order of how you do it. So top to bottom, obviously, because the computer reads top to bottom.
Okay.
So does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what I want you guys to do is take the variables that you already made. Okay, first of all, I want you guys to make a variable named num and give it the value 94.5. I'm not telling you guys the type of variable because you guys should know the type of variable. It's 94.5. Know what type of variable to make. And then I want you guys to print this variable. And then I want you guys to either make 3 different variables or just use the variables you made before and just print all of them. Make sure to put the ln. You could test out taking away the ln, seeing how it works. It's pretty much just like an enter key, but so after it prints, it's gonna just enter down the line. So test out, try to print all the variables you made. But first, I want you guys to make a variable named num. And once again, I'm not telling you guys to type, and give it the value 94.5. All right. So in the meantime, who were the two with issues sharing it with me? I think it was Advaid and Saiti. Advaid and Anvita. Are you guys using Replit on a phone?
Yeah. My sister is. I'm on the computer.
Okay. So whoever's ever on the computer, can you share? Did you share it with me?
I can only fork it though. No, because we're in different. Did you? Oh, mine. Mine is fine. Did you?
Yours is fine. What's your Replit called? Like,
Replit?
what's on yours?
Huh?
What's your Replit called? The one that you shared with me.
KHNJ class.
Does it have your name in it?
Huh? No.
Does it have your can you put your name in it just so I know it's you? And did you share it with me?
But so I share it with you?
Yeah, did you share it with me?
No.
Okay. So
but
go.
But this one isn't the one that has the error. The error is my sister's.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying for you.
Okay.
For your sister, I'd say both of you just I don't think you can I don't think it'll really work on a phone because I don't know, I feel like it's not ideal. So I'd say both of you just try to maybe use the same computer instead of using a phone because I feel like that's gonna be a little bit confusing. But for you, because you're also having trouble sharing with me, just press this invite button right here, and type in Shriram Suresh like that, and it should be the first one. It's not this obviously because it's my account. I can't share it with myself, but it should be the first one. It should be SR is the icon. Press the name like that, and then press invite, and then that should be how you share it.
To you?
Yeah, to me.
Mhm.
Okay, and who else had? I think Saiti, you had a trouble, right? Are you on a computer?
Yeah.
So did you go ahead and like try to share with me?
Yeah.
Or just invite? Did you type in my name exactly, like Sriram Suresh? And the first one it should be SR,
Yeah.
and you pressed it, then you click this invite button right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what is your thing called?
It's IT dash class 1 KHNJ.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see it. I don't think. Let me check again. Oh, okay, good. Now I see it. All right. Oh my God. What? Okay. Did you delete your main code? I don't. Here. Just sit tight. Hold on. Let me fix your code real quick. Everyone else, just go at the task. When you're done, you can if you have like if you're able to do it successfully, and you don't need my help, you can actually go ahead and log off. You can let me know first, and then like you can go. I'll check it real quick, and then you should be able to log off. Um, But if you're running into any issues, you can raise your hand and let me know. Yeah, Neil, what's your question?
So do we have to delete the other integer that we had before?
Nah, you can keep it or you can delete it. It's whatever you want. You can either make new ones or print the ones you already have.
Okay, because mine says like mine when I did it, it says um in integer like int num 94.5, and then below it says like one error.
Yeah. So the reason why that's an error is because what's an integer? An integer is a whole number, and 94.5 like isn't a whole number, right?
Okay, yeah, got it.
Yeah, so it should be a double. Yeah, that was a thing I was testing. Saiti, I fixed your thing. So go ahead and make a variable and try to print it. You can go back in the slideshow if you missed some steps.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Advait, let me see. Find it. 1 minute. Whoever raised their hand. Divide both. So wait 1 minute. I'll answer your question in a second. All right, it was the people that two people are working on the same one. It's Advait, right?
Um,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay. One thing, just make sure to put your code. I'll just do it for you. Uh, make sure to put your code in between these two brackets, and you don't need public static. You can just get rid of that. So just make all of it just like string int. Uh, don't make a float yet because we didn't go over that. Yeah, double. Yeah, and then get rid of the F. Okay, and whoever raised your hand, just you can unmute and just say whatever your question is.
Could you just check mine real quick? If
Vibe,
there's
yeah, I got you. 1 minute. Um, just need records. Yeah. Oh, your Chessie was pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Vibe, your thing looks perfect. Were you able to run it?
yeah, I think
Okay.
it came out
Yeah.
good.
I mean, I can't see it running, but yeah. So, but your thing looks good. So, yeah, you're all good. Good job today. You can go ahead and log off. Yeah, nice meeting you. See you next this Thursday. Raga, what's your question?
Can you also check mine too?
Yeah, I'll check. Yeah, Raga, yours looks good. So yeah,
Okay,
see you on Thursday. Bye.
thanks. Bye.
Okay, Saiti, what's your question?
What you did didn't change my file.
What?
Uh, you changed something on my file, right?
Yeah, I just created a new file for you.
It didn't show up.
It doesn't show up for you?
Yeah.
Is it you should like if you're looking at my screen right here, you're on main, right? You see main?
Yeah.
If you go down here, you should be able to click class1.java. Do you see that? If you
Oh,
click on that, yeah, it should
oh,
open.
I got it.
Okay. On the go, what's your question?
Could you check over mine?
Yeah. Okay, you made all the variables, but you didn't print anything yet. So try to go ahead and try to print one of your variables.
I already printed them and then I like cleared out the bracket.
Oh, can you put it back so I can check?
Okay.
Like if you want to print loves math, what do you put in there? Or yeah. Yeah, I mean you got it. Yeah. I think you got it. Yeah, just put the name of the variable. So yeah, good
Uh,
job.
can you check mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Okay, does anyone have any questions like that? Like have any questions like if they have an error or anything? Or is everyone just waiting to get checked?
Yeah, no error.
Okay, who asked right before Neil? I think it was Surya, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll check yours. Um, yeah, yours looks good. So yeah, good job and see you on Thursday.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank
Yeah,
you
me
so
too.
much, Sriram. This was a great session. I was also following it through, and you
So-
made it extremely simple and easy for
Yeah,
everyone here.
I just
So
want to
we
finish
appreciate
checking everyone.
Yep, great job by you. This was a great session. So I'm going to stop recording. 1 second.